Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome you here to NASCAR XFINITY Series racing here on March of 531, here from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. You're now watching the Rinnai 250 race number 2 of the 2017 NASCAR XFINITY Series season here from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. It is clear skies, a beautiful day, a beautiful weekend for racing here in Hampton, Georgia, just 20 miles south from Atlanta. This is the first mile-and-a-half track we visit here in 2017, and we have 40 drivers at the ready sitting on pit lane waiting for the command to fire up these engines to get this afternoon started. I'm Rick Burton here in the broadcast booth, happy to have you along with us for the ride as we go racing here for 28 laps from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. It is a packed weekend, a packed day. 2 races in one day for this weekend's doubleheader for the NASCAR XFINITY Series and the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. XFINITY racing here this afternoon, but we will also have the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series racing here later tonight with GMS Racing teammates Johnny Sauter and Grant Enfinger on the front row. But for right now, it is all about the NASCAR XFINITY Series drivers, including the former series champion Austin Dillon. Austin Dillon, the 2013 series champion, on the pole in the Ream Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing. Dillon, who qualified fastest this morning, will also start from the pole in tomorrow's Sprint Cup Series race here from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Rolling off on the outside of the front row is rookie Matt Tifft, driving the Hisense colors here this weekend for Joe Gibbs Racing. Rounding out the top 5 on the starting grid is Daniel Suarez, Elliott Sadler, and Alex Bowman. We had a total of 48 entries here at the track, leaving 8 drivers on the outside looking in as we completed qualifying here this morning in the knockout edition. As we exited the Daytona International Speedway last weekend, it left us with a bit of a surprise victor in victory lane. Justin Allgaier in his first race with Rinnai Motorsports took his number 7 Brandt Chevrolet to the victory circle after claiming the checker flag in last week's PowerShares QQQ 300. Today he'll start from the 21st position in his Brandt Chevrolet as he has a long way to go if he wants to claim back-to-back wins in the NASCAR XFINITY Series. Now let's take a break from the pre-race news as we sit down trackside for the starting command to get this race started here from the Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Let's get ready to rumble!
And now the pace car will begin to roll on to the speedway, leading the 40 drivers around the track for one pace lap before we go green here this afternoon. The number 2 of Austin Dillon on the pole in the Ream Chevrolet as he took the pole in knockout qualifying this morning. He'll start on the pole for tomorrow's Cup Series race as well here from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. On the outside, the 20 of Matt Tifft carrying the Hisense colors out of Joe Gibbs Racing. Down below, your starting grid will appear, allowing you to see where your favorite drivers are going to start here this afternoon. And before we go green, let's check out a few spotlights. And before we go green, beginning with the number 7 of Justin Allgaier, coming off a thrilling weekend at Daytona. His first Daytona win, his 4th career win, and just his debut with Rinnai Motorsports. Today, he'll start 21st in his Brandt Chevrolet, trying to go back-to-back wins in 2017. But the defending Atlanta winner for the NASCAR XFINITY Series is his teammate, the number 88, Kyle Larson, making his Rinnai Motorsports XFINITY debut here this afternoon. He won this race 1 year ago with Chip Ganassi Racing. He'll start from 15th on the grid. The fans are on their feet, and the pace car will hit pit lane, leaving the field in the hands of Austin Dillon and Matt Tifft. They come from turn 4, into the quad oval they go. Hit down the line. Green flag is in the air, we're underway, and this is a drag race heading towards turn number 1. Austin Dillon, Matt Tifft side by side for the lead, and Dillon's quickly going to clear the outside line of Matt Tifft as they head through turns 1 and 2. And that was a great jump in the inside lane by Austin Dillon and the 19 of Daniel Suarez. Suarez clears teammate Matt Tifft, who now drops to the inside line in 3rd place, and they'll be side by side between the 2 Rinnai Motorsports cars of Alex Bowman and Elliott Sadler. The field comes from turn number 4, and the 2 Austin Dillon leads lap number 1 this afternoon, but might not be leading for long. Here comes the 19 Daniel Suarez on the inside, Austin Dillon on the outside for the race lead as they come out of turn number 2. And they're 3 wide here outside the top 15. And now Matt Tiff looking for second place on the 2 of Dillon as the 19 of Suarez takes over the top spot here at Atlanta. Tiff was looking to the inside of Austin Dillon, but he may be stuck in the middle as they go 3 wide in the turn 1. That's the 18 of Kyle Busch now making it 3 wide for second place. Down the back straightaway, Kyle Larson now making it 3 wide on the 9 of Elliott Sadler. That moves the 2 of Dillon all the way up the racetrack, pretty much in the marbles at the top of the track, and I believe the caution may be out, and it is. Caution flag is out here at Atlanta. The 19 of Daniel Suarez wins the race back to the line. Kyle Busch second. It'll appear to be Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson, and I believe the 20 of Matt Tiff will be the top 5. But the caution flag is out here on lap number 4. And it appears to be involving the 93 of David Starr, the Atlanta Motor Chevrolet of David Starr. It appears he is the reason of this first caution on track here at Atlanta here on lap number 4. And we're not quite sure if any other cars were involved, possibly the 01 of Ryan Priest, but we're going to step aside and let's see if we can replay of the first crash here this afternoon involving the 93 of David Starr. Well, the incident is going to happen here on lap number 3. The 93 of David Starr is in the middle of a 3 wide battle as they come out of turn 2. But the caution is going to happen when the 24, Dakota Armstrong, slides up the track, gets into the left rear corner panel of the 01 of Ryan Priest, and it sends Priest down into the 93 of David Starr. Priest made some slight contact with Starr, but then the 90, Mario Gosselin, piles in and got some pretty good contact on the nose of his crash claim Chevrolet, the 90 of Mario Gosselin. Gosselin made contact with David Starr, and Starr was able to, luckily for Starr, he kept it off the inside wall. And I don't believe anybody got severe damage where it would keep them from going behind the wall. Gosselin did get some pretty good contact on the front end, but I don't believe it will be enough to send the 90 behind the wall. But we're going to take another look at that. We're going to go on board with the 24 of Dakota Armstrong and see what he saw as that crash was going on. Let's go on board with the 24. See, they're running outside the top 35. Slight contact. Dakota was very fortunate to keep from getting taken up by David Starr as he got turned around. But that is the reason why we are under caution for the first time here this afternoon at Atlanta. Now, as all that was going on, the 19 of Daniel Suarez is your current race leader. And we'll be right back here with the restart here live from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Stay tuned. We are back live here from the Atlanta Motor Speedway getting set for the restart here in the Rinnai 250 round number 2 of the year from the NASCAR XFINITY Series. Coming off a yellow on lap number 3 involving David Starr and Ryan Priest. We'll have 21 to go when we take the green flag next time around with the Jughead Racing teammates Daniel Suarez and Kyle Busch on the front row. Row number 2, Alex Bowman in the 5 and teammate Kyle Larson in the 88. Row 3, Matt Tiff and Ryan Blaney. Row 4, Elliott Sadler and pole center Austin Dillon. And rounding out your top 10, Darrell Wallace Jr. and Brendan Poole. All 40 cars remain on track. David Starr, the 93, will restart 40th after coming down pit road in his Massimo Motors Chevrolet. Now the pacer car will hit pit lane. Let's try this again. We'll have 21 to go. 7 laps have been complete as the field makes away from turn number 4 and back into the quad will they go. The green flag is waving. We're back underway here from Atlanta. Daniel Suarez, Kyle Busch, your front row, racing down into turn 1, and it's a great jump with the 19 on the inside. Suarez clears Kyle Busch on the exit of turn number 1, but now here comes the inside line, bringing the 5 of Alex Bowman out of the inside and clearing the 18 of Kyle Busch coming out turn 2. And Larson trying to go tight to bottom going into turn 3. Now he gets alongside the 18 of Kyle Busch. And 3 wide here. That's the 60 of Greg Gauldy on the outside line coming out turn number 4. And the 3 wide all over the racetrack. Even maybe 4 wide back here with Jeremy Clements. And here comes William Byron 4 wide. The old contact between the Benedetto and Brandon Jones. Can they get out of turn 2 without any carnage? They do. Byron trying to work his way up to the field, through the field. Justin Marks following in. Then you have Cole Custer there stuck in the middle. And now you have Alex Bowman, who's now taking over the lead away from Daniel Suarez. But now Bowman won't be able to hit. He won't be able to hold it, as here comes his Jenny Motorsports teammate Kyle Larson trying to get that lead back away in the 88 car. Talking about Kyle Larson being the defending winner of the Rinnai 250. He won this race 1 year ago, driving the 42 for Chip Ganassi Racing. This year he's now driving the 88 for Jenny Motorsports. His first race with his team. Right now he is leading, but now might be in the middle of a 3-wide battle as Suarez makes a move back to the inside, trying to retake that lead away from the 88. Austin Dillon right behind the 19 on the inside lane, followed by the 12 of Ryan Blaney. Bowen runs out your top 5 in the 5 car. Now here's the 9 of Elliott Sadler trying to block the 8 of John Hunter Nemechek. Brad Keselowski restarted 15th, now up inside the top 10, going by the 20 of Matt Tift, William Byron, James Busher, Brendan Poole, Eric Almirola. And now it's Suarez leading Kyle Larson and Ryan Blaney. 3 of the top 5 filled with Cup Series drivers who will be running in tomorrow's Cup Series race. The Folds of Honor Quick Drift 500 trying to gain some knowledge that will help their Cup race tomorrow. But then you got an Xfinity regular like Daniel Suarez and Alex Bowman. Elliott Sadler, who doesn't really care about the Cup drivers, they want to win to put themselves in the chase for 2017 in the NASCAR XFINITY Series. Right now, Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, Austin Dillon are in the way for our regulars, trying to get their win and get themselves in the playoffs for the fall here in 2017. As Bowman now gets to the inside of Ryan Blaney for 3rd place, bringing the 2 of Austin Dillon along with him on the inside lane. Still clean and green as 48, Brendan Poole 3 wide, James Busher, no, not so fast, not 3 wide yet. Poole was alongside of one of Busher, even though it did appear. Back here, Jeremy Clements, Blake Cook, Greg Garningfield, all the way back to 22nd. Austin Terrio, Matty Benedetto, John West Townley, Spencer Gallagher, Garrett Smithley, J.J. Yaley. Ross Chastain, he restarted all the way back in 11th, or all the way up in 11th place. He was running very well, but now he finds himself 29th now in that 28 car. A tough break for Ross Chastain. Ryan Sieg, B.J. McLeod. Then we have Ryan Preece, Brandon Hightower making his series debut, Ray Black Jr., Dakota Armstrong, Mario Gosselin, Jeff Green, David Starr, TJ Bell, and Clint King. And now here comes the move by Kyle Larson for the lead. It'll be 13 laps to go. Larson underneath the 19 of Daniel Suarez, bringing the 2 of Austin Dillon along with him. Kyle Busch now in 4th place. Keselowski now up inside the top 5 in the 22. Larson grabs the lead away from Suarez, bringing Dillon and Busch along with him on the inside lane. We've been seeing it all afternoon. The outside line is not where you want to be. If anybody gets on the inside of you, you're most likely going to fall back, and you could lose a lot of spots. That's what we're seeing out of the 19 of Daniel Suarez, dropping back like a rock on the outside lane. And now it's Larson, Dillon, and Busch, but now Keselowski up in 4th place. We haven't really seen that much speed out of the 22. Now he's making some noise here in 4th place. Suarez, Sadler, Allgaier, Byron, Bowman, and Blaney. We talked about Allgaier trying to work his way up from 21st on the starting grid. He's now inside the top 7, running in 7th place as Kyle Busch now trying to get 2nd away from the 2 of Austin Dillon. 11 laps to go. 88, Kyle Larson in front of the field. Question is, will we see another yellow? Will we see another caution? Will we see another wreck? Will it be in the front? Will it be in the back? And here comes the move by Kyle Busch to the inside for the race lead. 10 laps to go here in the Rinnai 250. And it's the 2 Kyles battling for the win, battling for the lead. Now you have that 22, Brad Keselowski now trying to get in the middle of the 2 Kyles. Busch takes the lead. Keselowski now moving up into 2nd. Larson drops back to 3rd. Sadler now moving up into 4th. Suarez drops to 5th. Allgaier trying to move up into 6th. Dillon, Blaney, Byron, and Bone. That is your top 10 as they come across the line. And look at the hungry Brad Keselowski right on the rear end of the 18 of Kyle Busch. Let's go on board with a 22 for a lap. He closes in on the center of turn number 3 and 4. Gets right on the bumper of the NAS Toyota. Now dives to the inside down the front straightaway for the lead. Now alongside the 18th through turn number 1, and you see the run. Keselowski will get on the inside and he'll clear Kyle Busch on corner exit. But how about all these junior cars out the front? You had Larson now trying to get second. How about Elliott Sadler in the 9? Could Sadler possibly steal a win from the Cup guys? Incredible racing here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, and any of these guys at the front can win. Can Keselowski hang on? Well, we've seen that 88 seem to be one of the best cars, if not the best car. It'd be that 88 of Kyle Larson. And he's right on the bumper of that 22 of Keselowski. It'll be 6 to go. Next time by, Daniel Suarez in the middle. Kyle Busch on the outside. Austin Dillon on the inside of the 2 car. Busch gets run up the track. That may slow his momentum down as he gets into the marbles. Here comes the 7 of Justin Allgaier looking underneath as Sadler has a run on the 80 to Larson. 6 laps to go. Brad Keselowski in front. Kyle Larson second. Elliott Sadler third. Ryan Blaney and Austin Dillon your top 5. There's a 3-1 between Bowman, Allgaier, and Kyle Busch. Byron 10th. Has James Busher, Matt Tiff, Brennan Poole, Cole Custer, and Nemechek. They're single file back here through the top 15. 5 to go now. Blaney looks underneath the 9 of Elliott Sadler for 3rd. That will make it Cup guys the top 3. Should Blaney complete the pass, but Sadler hangs on. Keselowski opens up the door for Kyle Larson to possibly get to the inside. Coming after number 2. It'll be 4 to go, and Larson pretty much pushing the 22 in the turn 3. One little mistake by Brad Keselowski, and the win could be out the door in a hurry. And here comes Larson back to the inside, but this time he has Ryan Blaney behind him in the 12 car. That pretty much will hurt the 9 of Elliott Sadler's chance of trying to clear the 12 of Blaney and get to the front as Larson takes the lead over from the 22 of Brad Keselowski. Now it's another Cup guy, Kyle Larson in the lead, but how about Ryan Blaney? Where is he coming from in that 12 car? He's now all of a sudden inside the top 2 in 2nd place. Daniel Suarez in the 19 car now making a late race charge to the front. We've seen that 19 be very strong here, and now he has 3 laps to try to get the job done and get a win here at Atlanta. Sadler now fighting back on the inside lane. All of a sudden, the 2 Penske 4s have now dropped like a rock on the outside line. Now Sadler trying to get second. This is what Kyle Larson wants to see in his rearview mirror. These guys battle hard for 2nd place. If Austin Dillon tries to make it 3 wide, or at least get alongside the 9 of Sadler, that will pretty much help Larson win this race. The more they battle, the more aggressive they are like this. Dillon trying to make it 3 wide. It is Larson, Sadler, and Dillon, your top 3. Can Elliott Sadler try to chase down that 88 of Kyle Larson? He needs to. That 2 car can't get alongside the 9 of Sadler. If Dillon tries to pass Sadler, that will help Larson pull away even more. They come from turn 4. They'll see the white flag. 1 lap to go at Atlanta for Kyle Larson. The 2 Jenny Motorsports Chevrolets, 1st and 2nd. It appears Sadler's closing a little bit, but maybe not so fast. Here comes Dillon to the inside for 2nd place. Contact is made. They're closing in on the 88, but not enough, I don't believe. Dillon falls back in 3rd. Sadler hangs on to 2nd. He drove for Chip Ganassi last year when he won his first Atlanta race. He'll drive for Jenny Motorsports when he wins his 2nd race. Kyle Larson wins at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And Larson grabs the victory here in the 2017 Rinnai 250 here at Atlanta. Kyle Larson is your winner this afternoon from Atlanta. Elliott Sadler 2nd. 3rd place will be Austin Dillon, Alex Bowman, and Brad Keselowski. Your top 5, Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, Daniel Suarez, Justin Allgaier, and William Byron. Your top 10 finishers coming out of here of the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And what a great race to the finish. Larson had to do a hell of a job to hold off hard-charging Elliott Sadler. But it is the number 88 Eno Chevrolet of Kyle Larson who will go to victory lane go to victory lane here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the second time, and it gives Larson a lot more confidence, a lot more momentum going into tomorrow's NASCAR XFINITY Series Fords of Honor Quick Trip 500. As the cars go behind the wall into the garage, let's take a look at your race results from today's race. And the race results is on your screen. The 88 of Kyle Larson, your winner. Second place, Elliott Sadler. And fourth place, Alex Bowman. 3 of the top 4 Genie Motorsports Chevrolets. And in the middle of that is the 2 of Austin Dillon, who comes home 3rd. Brad Keselowski 5th, Kyle Busch 6th. A lot of these Cup guys got some experience, got some knowledge from this race that they will carry over to the Cup race tomorrow. William Barton coming out of here with a top 10 finish in the 09, his first career top 10. James Buescher 11th, Matt Tiff 12th. And 13th on back, Brendan Poole, Cole Custer. Greg Gaulning runs out your top 20. Matty Benedetto 24th. And on down, all the way down to 40th place. Brandon Hightower made his series debut. He comes on 35th in his Zero Chevrolet with JDM. Clint King, another driver who made his series debut, comes home 40th in the Rick War Racing Chevrolet. And now we're going to take a quick look at your chase grid coming out of here out of the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Only on race 2, and only have one name in yellow, indicating that that driver has pretty much secured a spot in the playoffs. Justin Allgaier, last week's winner. And then you got Elliott Sadler, 36 points to the good. Sadler is your season points leader at the moment, coming off a top 5 finish in this race and last weekend at Daytona. That is your chase grid. So this concludes our NASCAR XFINITY Series Rinnai 250 broadcast from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Coming up next is NASCAR Camping Road Truck Series racing here in the Knott's Active Pest Control 200. GMS Racing teammates Johnny Sauter and Grant Enfinger will make up the front row. That is tonight here on March F531. So after having one caution, tons of lead changes, and an exciting finish, our next stop on the schedule is next weekend in Viva Las Vegas, the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. That is next Saturday afternoon. So one more time, let's give a congratulations to Kyle Larson and Genie Motorsports as they are victorious here at Atlanta. And Genie Motorsports sweeps the first 2 races here in 2017 with Allgaier winning last weekend. So that's all of our coverage. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, and we'll see you later tonight for NASCAR Camping Road Truck Series racing here from Atlanta. Goodbye, everyone.